Welcome to another episode of You Already Know. If you're just joining, this is a broadcast where I'm creating space for you to connect with yourself. And today's broadcast will be brief. If you're interested in longer format ones, you can go to youtube.com/@ShayleeEdwards. I have maybe 5 videos in this series and about 200 otherwise. So in today's, hey everybody, hey. I feel like to ask if you got something you want to talk about, shout it. In today's broadcast, what I want to do is really strictly, hey, just create space for you to let something that might be wrestling around inside of you rest. And so essentially you're going to step back far enough so that you can see that the pieces aren't in conflict, but really are just in contrast, meaning like they're different. And isn't that cool? Isn't it great to have like opposing forces or some tension? Can't you really use that? Isn't it really cool? So we're just gonna do straight energy work today. Hey girl. So think of something that you're afraid of. Fear in some ways is evidence of conflict, inner conflict, and that there's a part of you that is resistant to what is. Fear is so funny. Like, we're not really afraid. We're afraid, like, from what I can tell, and like, do your own lab work. But for me, what I came to essentially was that when we're considering fear about future things or somewhat like local things, it's not the stuff. It's how we think the stuff will make us feel. Isn't that crazy? So you're not really worried about like take all of it, really, like take it the whole way out. So like what you're afraid of is how the result will make you feel. And God bless you, like it's weird to be feeling like, especially some of these like heavier, harder emotions like guilt or shame or grief or loneliness or inadequacy. Like those are tough feelings to feel. However, if you allow yourself to go to those places in advance of the thing that you're wrestling around with, then it kind of like you lose it loses its sting somewhat, and you're free. You already felt it. Ain't nothing to be afraid of. All right, so we're gonna breathe, and I invited you to think of something that you would like to bring to like rest within. And rest doesn't mean that you don't take action in the future. It doesn't mean you don't take action now. It doesn't mean that you don't think about it, productively or constructively as you need to. It just means that you quit fiddling around with it like it's a fucking Rubik's Cube. It means like you just chill out some. And in that space, like when you put it down and you step back, who knows, you might see something differently. Who knows, you might have some inspiration. Who knows, like I do subscribe to the model that we're on different wavelengths and frequencies, and if you're on the wavelength of like struggle and toil and not the thing, like it's gonna be tough to get it. That's been my experience. Again, like do your own lab work, believe your own beliefs, but just for the sake of experiment, allow yourself to contemplate the topic with greater confidence, ease, and grace. Trust that you will. I've been seeing like an arrow kind of like going through the things to the other side. Like trust the arrow to the other side. You might be like, what I found for myself is that I didn't know where the arrow would go. Like I hadn't gotten there before. Like I hadn't pinched the whole way through. So I was just really like, I guess afraid. But I only noticed that because I was quiet enough. And I stopped fighting the thing that I thought was a thing. So just relax. What would it be like if you had clarity? What would it be like if you were, it feels like deathly excited. Isn't that a strange combination? I lost not great connection right now. So just in summary, today, like the objective was to just transmit some sensation, some energy around the idea of inner peace, and that being particularly related to not having parts of yourself like fighting, or like you might not, it depends how much you've been paying attention to your inner world, but you might not notice that you're fighting, but what you might notice is that you run back and forth between a lot of experiences, or that you're fiddling around a lot mentally or in real life, or you're doing something obsessively. And maybe, like, again, my content isn't for everybody, so like not everybody's having this experience. I used to think everybody was having this experience, but now that I don't have that experience anymore, I know that it exists. You know, it's so great to be at peace. Like, I walk around and it's just sort of like, oh, here's life. Like, look at life. Oh, da-da-da-da. You know, it's pretty cool. And I think that, like, you don't know your own water. I don't think I'm going to post one because it's a little all over. But I'll likely come back later. Thank you, everybody that's come out, everybody that's out there right now. And if you got any ideas, topic requests, hopes, dreams, feedback, let me know. Thank you so much for coming out. Have a great day.